Today we traveled to Vandalia, Ohio to play a really fun golf course, and apparently a really popular golf course. In fact, it looks like everyone who's supposed to be working from home today came out to the golf course. Welcome back to Subpar Golf Reviews. Today we are in Vandalia at Cassel Hills Golf Course.
On a beautiful Friday afternoon.
It is a beautiful Friday afternoon. It was supposed to be warm, but we had a nice little breeze all day.
Yes, we did.
Made for a great day of weekday golf.
And surprisingly, there were quite a few people out here on a Friday afternoon that probably should have been at work.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the intro, a lot of bosses need to check up on their employees who are working from home on Friday because this golf course was pretty crowded for a weekday.
It was.
Pace of play was okay. We had a slow group in front of us and a fast group behind us, which made it a little bit awkward. We were stuck in the middle most of the day, but
yep,
we got around in reasonable time, and we had a good time playing this golf course.
What'd you think of the course?
I loved the golf course. I played this one time many years ago, and I did not remember a single thing about it.
I remember playing this course years ago when I spent some time living around Vandalia, and it's just as I remember for the most part.
Yeah, I thought it was in great condition. The greens here are incredible. I think these might be the best greens we've played yet.
I'll agree with that. They've got some minor issues around the perimeter of the greens, around the edges. They've got a gopher issue out here. They
do have a gopher issue. We kept expecting to see Carl Spackler with dynamite out here. They do have a gopher that's doing some damage, but the green complexes themselves are awesome. They're really fun to play. They have a ton of break.
In fact, as I recall, the greens were redone sometime back in the 90s. The same architect that did the greens at Firestone came back out and designed the greens out here, so they were a lot of fun.
Well, he or she did a fantastic job.
I think it was a he, yeah.
I don't know what they were like before, but these were awesome.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them a lot. They would just make the game a lot more fun when you've got some challenging putts and you have to really get down and read and see which way they're going to go.
The golf course overall, I'd say we're playing on two different golf courses between the front and the back. The front seemed a lot flatter. The back of the golf course was definitely a lot more hilly with a lot more turns and twists, a lot more trees to deal with, a little tighter. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. It didn't have a really disruptive feel, though, going from the front to the back. It was different, but we have played some golf courses. The one that comes to mind is Greencrest, where there was no continuity.
Yeah, I remember that one.
This golf course, it's a little confusing at times. It felt like they kind of squeezed some holes in to fit this golf course on this property. And if you don't know where you're going, the signage isn't great and you get a little bit lost. Especially on the front nine, I noticed that the tee boxes going opposite directions right next to each other.
So that was a little confusing.
You pull up and you've got a set of blue tees and a white tees, and then right next to it you've got a set of blue tees and white tees. So you really have to pay attention. And if you look for the actual signage, which is beautiful on this golf course, it's clear which way you're supposed to be going.
Yeah, they even had some things painted on the pavement.
Yeah, and every once in a while they had some arrows pointed on the cart path so you knew which way you were going. So overall, I mean, I've seen courses with worse signage, but doesn't mean that they couldn't up their signage game here a little bit.
It was a little confusing at the end of the front nine.
The ninth hole actually plays past the clubhouse, so we weren't entirely sure what hole we were on or where we were going. We figured it out, though.
Yeah, we figured it out. It was fun.
Little extra signage wouldn't hurt, and that's probably true of almost every golf course we play, but some of these courses we played several times. Having not played this course for a long time, we weren't really that sure where we were going, so a little extra signage would have been beneficial.
This course does not have much to speak of in the way of a restaurant, I don't think, although we did not explore the back patio. I do know they have a patio.
Yeah, they have a little bit of a covered patio, and they have a deck with some picnic tables. The clubhouse itself is actually kind of an interesting building. It's 2 stories, and when you get here, it's not entirely clear where you go to get to the pro shop. So we entered in the lower level, and it is obvious once you get in there that the pro shop isn't there. So we found some
nothing
stairs,
else here.
and we went up the stairs, and that's where the pro shop was. And they have a little bit of merchandise. You can choose from some shirts and golf balls and gloves and hats and whatnot.
They have that. They have good brats.
They have a little carry-out area there where a very nice young lady was working today. We did have a brat issue, though. They only had one brat ready when we got here. So the Bratwurst King of Ohio got the Bratwurst.
And it was good.
You liked it. It was
I did like it. And you had a hot dog, and it was...
I had a hot dog, and it was really good. I mean, it was like borderline grilled by Dad out on the back on the grill. It was really good.
Yeah, so the snacks were decent. They did not have anyone on the course with beverages.
They do get points for having Gatorade instead of Powerade, though.
True.
I'm a big fan of that.
True. Let's talk about some other things, amenities here. They do not have a driving range. They have a driving, what would you call that?
Area? Yeah, I guess based on the fact that the course is kind of tight, that they really didn't have the real estate for a full driving range. So they got creative, which I'll give them kudos for, and they put a few little nets in so that you can warm up and hit some balls. Yeah,
this course is really close to, or possibly even on, the Taylorsville Reserve Park area.
It's a beautiful piece of land. They have awesome changes in grade, especially on the back nine, like we mentioned. You've got some big hills. You've got a lot of rolling terrain on the fairways, so you don't always have flat lies, which is kind of a challenge for bad golfers like us.
Exactly.
But once again, it makes it more challenging, makes it more fun.
I'd consider this to be a little bit of a hidden gem around here in this area, as far as courses go.
You know, we are still on this mission to play every golf course in Dayton and Cincinnati, which actually sparked us making these review videos. We figured, hey, we're going to play all these golf courses. We may as well make a record of it.
Absolutely.
And we've been focusing on south because we have a lot of Cincinnati courses to play. We actually hadn't traveled north of Dayton for quite a while, so it seemed like a good day to head up to Vandalia, and I really enjoyed it. I had a good time playing this golf course.
I did too. I like this area a lot.
They've done a good job with landscaping, especially like around all the very nice tee markers on the holes. They've got lots of flowers around them, and one thing that was really cool that we haven't seen in a long time, especially with the Rona, is they have ball washers, and not only do they have water in them, it's soapy, clean-smelling water.
Clean-smelling water.
So that was a very pleasant surprise.
Usually I don't use those much because I'm pulling a new ball out of the box because I've lost the one from the hole before.
When you lose a ball every other shot, you don't have to clean them that often. But today we took advantage of the clean, soapy smelling water, and we cleaned some golf balls.
We weren't in the sand traps much, but actual sand, decent sand traps.
Yeah, I think I was in one bunker today, and the sand was much better than the last couple courses we've played. Maybe could use a little more sand, but it was decent quality and it was reasonable.
Other than the gopher holes, the gophers on the around the greens, there were some gopher trails along the tee boxes from time to time as well. That was interesting to see. You don't see that often.
What are you gonna do? They gotta find a greenskeeper that can kill the golfers.
Call Carl.
Yeah. We did have an opportunity for a little bit of on-course footage today, even though it was a crowded golf course. So we are going to announce a new challenge. This is the par 3 challenge, and the objective is going to be to play a par 3 on the front 9 and a par 3 on the back 9, and we're going to see who can get closest to the pin, and we're going to reward a point each time, and we'll keep a running tally here to see which of us can get lucky and hit a green once in a while.
Every blue moon we hit one.
Every blue moon. So I hope you enjoyed the par 3 challenge from Cassel Hills. All right, welcome to Cassel Hills for the par 3 challenge. I don't even know what hole we're on here. What hole is this?
This is hole number 7, I believe.
Hole number 7 for the par 3 challenge. We're gonna play a closest to the pin here. Must be on the green, which has been a challenge for us lately. It's playing about 160 today, a little bit into the wind, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Okay, our hitting the green woes continue. Javon pushed his ball out to the right. He's right there. And I hit mine a little fat. So
hit mine a little right.
I am just in front of the green. So through a hole of the par 3 challenge, I have 0 points. Javon has 0 points.
0 points.
So we'll try again on the back 9 on one of the par 3s there. Okay, here we are at number 16 at Cassel Hills, a second opportunity in the par 3 challenge. Didn't go very well the first time. We're going to try and capitalize here. This is a little shorter than last time. It's probably playing about 130, 135. Actual distance is only about 115, but it's way uphill. So that's what we're looking at. Wish us luck. Okay, we're heading up to see what we did here. 2 decent swings. Javon pushed his just a little right, and I pulled mine just a little bit to the left. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully one of us hit the green so we can actually have a winner for the par 3 challenge.
There's 2 big giant birds making out up on the top of that thing. Can you see it up there?
Birds making out. Uh-oh. Looks like we have a winner of the par 3 challenge. Okay. We definitely have a winner of the par 3 challenge.
We have a winner.
It wasn't a PGA Tour caliber shot, but it's good enough to beat Javon.
Darn it.
Sucker. All right.
Where's mine?
So Javon's going to go off and look in the woods for his. No, it's not a bad shot. He's probably just off the green. So, all right, that concludes the par 3 challenge from Cassel Hills, and Paul has a commanding lead now in par 3 challenges of 1-0. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the first par 3 challenge on Subpar Golf Reviews. I have a big lead now, 1-0. We'll see how many Subpar Golf Reviews that 1-0 score will hold up.
I'm going to catch you.
We clearly need to work on our short game if we can't hit greens on par 3s, but at least we got 1 today. And yours actually was very close.
It was a little long.
Just off the green. So.
It hit the green.
It did. It was on the green momentarily.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll keep a running tally on this, and I'm very happy to report that I'm up 1-0.
Oh, well. So, I guess we should talk about the score on this place.
We need to talk about the score. It was a great golf course, and we have done a number of really good golf courses lately, and I think that we need to make a minor modification to our scoring system.
Okay.
You ever watch Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews?
I don't think I've seen that.
If you're not familiar with Dave Portnoy, he's the head guy at Barstool Sports, and for years he's been doing pizza reviews. He does them like every day. There are probably thousands of them by now.
Wow.
And Dave has a hard, fast rule that you can't do these like whole number scoring systems like we do, where we have like, 6.5, 7, 7.5.
Oh, so we need to break it down a little bit tighter.
Dave's a big fan of not being an amateur. So I think we're actually at the point now where we've done so many courses that we need a little more breathing room in between.
I'll agree with that, because I was thinking about, the last courses we've done recently. Deer, what was the one we just did?
Brown's Run.
Brown's Run. Why do I want to call it Deer something?
I don't know. Did you see a deer there?
I don't think so.
You could.
Brown's Run, I think we gave them
We gave them an 8.
An 8?
Yeah, because it was a super fun golf course. It was in good shape.
The amenities were
They had
unbelievable.
great food and lots of amenities.
So, because of that, and this place lacking a driving range.
Yeah, and they don't have a full restaurant. They did have a dining room, I guess you could use. I don't know if you can have events here, but it kind of looked that way.
Yeah. Well, they do have a great comparison as far as the golf course with Brown's Run, I think.
Yeah, it's similar style courses, probably similar length. They're both in very good condition.
What was this one, like 6? What was the distance?
We played the Blue Tees, which is the farthest back you can go here, and those are 6,300 yards.
Yeah.
So, and that's a good distance for us. So, I think all in all, the condition of the course here was fantastic. It's in a really convenient location. It's right off I-75 in Vandalia, so it's easy to get to.
What is this, Route 40 that runs along the front of it? The same road as the airport, I think.
We'll have to consult Google Maps on that, but it's easy to find. The clubhouse is okay. I mean, it's a decent facility. I think that probably in terms of overall amenities, it falls a little short.
I agree.
Of some of the better courses we've reviewed. It's definitely in the 7s.
Well, we should start applying the Portnoy rule, I guess. So if we gave the other course an 8, maybe like a 7.8.
7.8. I'm okay with a 7.8.
Okay. I don't want to knock it to a 7.5.
No, I'm okay between 7.5 and 8. I think 7.8 feels good. Love the course, super fun to play. It's in great condition. People were nice. They had good hot dogs and brats, which is always a help.
Yeah. Most important question, is this a course you'd want to come back and play again and again?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There were enough fun holes and challenging holes here. I'd love to come back and play here again.
Again, this would be a great place to host an outing, I think.
Yeah.
Be a fun place for that.
All right. Well, that's all we've got to say about Cassel Hills in Vandalia, Ohio. So have a good one, and we'll catch up with you for the next review.
Hopefully soon. See ya.